Hello everyone. If you know me already, welcome back, and if you don't, my name is Rory. I'm a Pokemon TCG player, and last night I participated in the Pumpkaweekly tournament over at Limitless. I came 11th out of 100, I think it was 128 players, with a record of 4-2. No, 5-2. Record of 5-2. And I decided to pilot the Mega Lucario EX deck. This deck is one that I've kind of liked the idea of for a while. I know it's not been strong in the meta, but it's definitely kind of on the rise a bit at the moment, and then post-rotation I think is going to do quite well. I was inspired to play this deck by a couple of players at my locals. Shoutouts to Spoon, who's been playing it for a while now, and to my pal Ella, who's just recently picked it up and convinced me to try it as well. And I think, to be honest, for my first Limitless tournament in a long time, and also the first one I've actually seen through to the end, I think I did pretty good, all things considered. Had a couple of dodgy matchups, but 5-2 is not a bad record by any means. We're going to go over the deck briefly that I took into the tournament, and then after that, we're going to show you how it went. So this is the list. This is based loosely, well, it's based mostly off of Adesh Kumar's 33rd place finish at the Sydney Regionals last month. Was it last month? A couple of weeks back. It was recent. It was recent. With this right here being the original deck that he took to Sydney. I made some minor adjustments. I initially started playing with this yesterday morning and had some success with it, but I felt like there was a number of times where, while Hariyama is a powerful gusting option, I felt like I needed some instant gust. Sometimes, the Makuhitas would get bopped and I wouldn't have the ability to gust until I got a Makuhita and then a Hariyama the next turn, so I needed multiple pieces to make it happen. It's quite easy to get those pieces together, but sometimes having that just instant boss's orders is so good. So this is the build that I went with. The slight adjustments I made, I believe I cut 1 Lilies and cut 1 Ultra Ball. The Lilies, I took it down to 3 because I felt like 4 was good. Well, 4 is great, but 3 is still pretty good. Especially with there being 2 research in there to back it up, 2 Iono for the draw power, not to mention the significant draw support from the likes of Lunatone and Fezandipity. So, went with a fairly standard 3-3 Riolu into Mega Lucario with one of the Scarlet Violet Lucarios in it as well. Funnily enough, I think this Scarlet Violet Lucario is significantly underrated. Hits for 150, like, right after a knockout, and it's a single prizer and it takes 1 energy. So as long as I have a Riolu on board with even an EXP share, or if I have an energy in hand, it's ready to smack for 150. Pair that with Max Belt, that's 200. Throw a Premium Power Pro or 2 in there, it's knocking out a lot of stuff, especially those big basics like your Teal Mask Ogopon, Fezandipity especially, even without the Max Belt. It's a very, very powerful utility in this deck. I quite like it a lot. I feel like I used it quite a bit to also force that single prize board state, because Fez is there, Lucario's there, those are your only big multi-prize Pokemon, but outside of those, single prize. Hariyama swings hard for a single prize, Lucario swings hard for a single prize, Solrock is a great early game attacker for a single prize, so being able to get down to that single prize board state when things kind of go a bit awry was a huge benefit. As far as the trainers, 3 Lilies, 2 Iono. I felt like maybe there was 1 or 2 times where a third Iono would have been nice, but it was very situational, so I think I'm quite happy with two Iono. 2 Turos just to kind of help cycle the Hariyama Makuhita, but also it does allow me to force that single prize board state again if the situation arises. 2 Research for early game build up. Research is pretty decent here because we do kind of like having some energy in the discard to enable Lucario's Aura Jab ability to attach basic fighting energy to bench Pokemon. My camera's frozen. Hello? There we go. That was weird. The boss's orders that I've included, they've come in clutch a lot. I think having at least 1 or 2 in the deck is a huge improvement, personally. 4 fighting on, 4 premium power. Anything that's a fighting heavy deck, 4/4 is necessary. Night Stretcher, 2 of those, 2 Ultra Balls. Cutting an Ultra Ball, that might have been 1 or 2 times where I'd have liked a 3rd one. Ultra Ball does look for Lucario though, so going with Ultra Ball over Pal Pad, allows me to run this deck at my locals because Pal Pads don't exist. Even when they become legal, they don't exist. I've never seen one. I know of the existence of 2 of them, 3 of them. I think one person at my locals has pulled one. My partner and one of our friends have both also pulled 1 each as well. So, as far as I'm aware, Pal Pads or Pokepads just don't exist right now. 2 Nest Ball, 1 Switch. The Switch is nice for the back-to-back Mega Braves, as is the Air Balloon to assist that. Tool Scrapper is really helpful for getting rid of Bravery Charms. EXP Share kind of helps get that second Riolu up and going without any real attachments. So like even going Solrock, having the EXP Share on the Riolu, if the Solrock goes down, that 1 energy I've been using for those like quick 70 damage snipes, straight onto the Riolu, it's ready to go. Gravity Mountain makes the math a lot easier on decks like Dragapult, Gardevoir, questionably, Charizard and everything. Town Store for finding our 4 tools because we've got a lot but no Arven support. And then we've got 10 basic energy. We need a lot because we need some for attacking, but also quite a bit for the lunar cycle. And there's a reversal energy in there as well, because that means that you can instantly charge up a Hariyama for 210 if you're behind on prizes. That said, there were not very many instances during the tournament where I was behind on prizes, so I didn't really get much use out of it. But I do appreciate and understand the significance of it in the deck. That's the list. So we'll jump into the tournament games now. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to maybe upload maybe 1 of these videos a week. Maybe 2 even. But yeah, let's jump into the tournament games. See how it goes. And enjoy. Just fucking raw Dragapult. So I do definitely want to go second. And this is going to be early game. Any candies? 2 candies. Dragapult Dusknoir. Yeah. Not going to be easy. We'll see how it goes. One Maku prized. What is that? 1 Maku prized. Lilies in hand. Premium Pro in hand. Used an Ultra Ball. 3 energy prized. Fez is in hand. Lilies is priced as well. I think Night Stretcher. Oh no, Lilies isn't priced. No, actually no, I think Lilies is priced. I just knocked that out if I get an energy, buddy. Okay. That's fine. That's not so fine. I should have discarded the research, not the lilies. That was silly. Cool, energy. You. They need something. Night Stretcher on the Badoo. That's fine. Oof. Top deck boss would go so fucking hard here. Okay. What's in discard? No energy in discard, that's fine. They need Dragapult now. They're gonna go straight to Recon, I think. Okay. If they've got nothing else, then Max Belt wins. Cool. Come on, swing. That's fine. That's just what energy. I think Max Belt might be prized. If Max Belt is prized, that's not good. Energy there. I think Max Belt might be prized. Actually, now that I think about it. No, it's not. Cool. GG. No. That's fine. Zoroark. It is. Premium Power Pros are going to be... Premium Power Pros and Max Belt are going to be a delicacy. Two Mullies? Damn. Ooh. This has to be the mother of all. This has to be like the mother of all lunar cycles here. Zark with Dusk Noir in it? That's nice. Riolu prized. Mega prized. 2 research in hand. Bosses are in hand. 1 fighting gong prize. 1 premium power pro prize. Max belt is there, and then how many energy? Cool. Give me lilies or give me death. Eesh. Oh. That's rough. How many stadiums you playing? None. That sticks at least, but it does nothing. Has to be. Right, bench Riolu. You... I think nest for another Maku. Yeah. Hey Kev, thanks for the good luck. No, there's no Vitality Band. If I can take the Zark with energy on it, then we're at least in a good spot. And I can with Premium Power Pro. But they don't run. There's a Petch. 2 Ends Castle. This has to be like Air Balloon Hariyama. Yeah, evolve, premium power, see what the top deck is. Okay, let's attach, evolve, premium power, Hariyama Air Balloon. Oh, there's no way. Okay. Ultra Ball away. Energy. Lunatone? Okay, that's a good combo. I was about to say they're getting the knock, but if they get the knock, then they get the knock, then Zoroark dies. Curse Blast on active, Lunatone maybe? Okay, Curse Blast on active, and then they'll Rampaging Thunder, but I get the return KO. No, they could Iono actually. They haven't played support for turn. Okay, that's fine. No Dusks on board. Oh, one Dusk on board. Riolu is fine. Because that'll be just you. Premium Power Pro? Lunar Cycle. I think I Turo up this Harry. Bench the Maku. Anything else I want to do? No. You know, just Mega Brave. And then if they don't have a response, which I don't see them having a response now. Oh, they can't Dusk. Dusk's shut down. They don't have a response to that. That'll be game. Oh, that's definitely game then. They can't get a response. They're not able to KO the Lucario. $250, $290. They took boss. If they swing, yeah. Those. It's kind of frightening. And the Academy at Night in there is not cool. Discards the top 7 cards of its deck, and for each Misty's Pokemon discarded that way does 70 damage. That's good. That's good for me. I just need him to dead draw. That sucks so much. I mean, the Lilies is good, but like, damn. Solrock. I need a lot of shit right now. They benched 1. Okay. I think I attach to Riolu. Nest Ball gets me Maku, which I'm going to need. Attached to Riolu. Let's go Lunatone, Lunar Cycle. It's gotta be Turo. Yeah, it's gotta be Turo. Aren't you? Mega Lucario. I wanted to Iono so bad. Just subscribe. I don't know. Okay. Ugh. Oh. That's fine. Do I bench another Riolu? Oh, I do need that energy right now. I think attach turn. I burn this just in case. I don't know. Just have to Mega Brave, and then nah, like 20 short. That would have been nice. Seven Pokemon, 8, 9, 10, 11. They pay what for? 8, 16, 24? 13 left in deck. I see the vision. That's fine. $150, $180. Air balloon's nice. Put this on you. I stretch it for an energy. Burn that. Attach for turn. This is a determination. Riolu on deck. Experience share. Avenging Knuckle. That's fine. Stretches have I played? One? There might be one more in deck. I don't know. Ultra Ball. Away those. For you. Probably should put one on Lunatone, actually. Nice stretch for a water energy, that's fine. That sucks. That sucks. What a shit deck. I hate that. 2-1 right now on the tournament, so that's something. No. Wobbuffet's there. So I just have to swing for knockout every time. No. I just have to swing for knockout every time for the Wobbuffet. Articuno does nothing. Sneasel is something. Dolriolu start is something. Give me Lunatone. XP share's alright. Max Belt gets the KO, that's nice. 2 Max Belt versus +2 premium power pros. I've got Tool Scrapper in here at least, which is nice. But like, damn. EXP share. Fighting Gong. Lilies. I mean, I just... They got no energy in discard, which is nice. They've not seen energy at all yet, actually. Okay. Lucario? Ultra Ball, you away for a Soul Rock. Sure, 100, 150. You. Has to be Mega Brave. Okay. So the next round is a bit weird. I'm not going to include it just because it did kind of go a bit funky. There were some issues on my opponent's end with just either connection issues or bugs or whatever. So it was very laggy to the point where they weren't able to actually pull off attacks when they very, very clearly could. But basically it ended up to a point where I ended up getting a deck out win in the match because they basically weren't able to attack. They weren't able to play some of the cards that let them get the cards back into the deck, etc. So it was kind of a bit of a misfire, but I did get the win in the end, and I don't feel too comfortable going into it, but it was not pretty on the once we ended up getting a judge involved. It kind of escalated, but I'm gonna leave it there, and then move on to the next matchup, which is pretty quick. Yeah, it's a pretty quick matchup, I think. I sent them a message that says good luck, but I don't mean it with Gardevoir. They don't need any. Sucks. That's a terrible hand. Okay. Helps. There's no way for me to get turn 1 attack. Could have seen Guardy coming, to be honest, but An early prize is something. They need Super Rod for one of their biggest hitters. But then Guardy still hits hard, so it's fine. Fair. Air balloon. I take that. Stretcher in hand, that's not too bad. Artisan for Soul Rock. Fighting Gong for Maku. Yeah, me too. Boss. Is there ever a universe where I do anything different? Maybe? There's no more way to draw cards. It's whether I think I Mega Brave. Yeah. I think Mega Brave. Yeah, they Ultra Ball into Guardy. 5 energy there. They're gonna knock out. Okay. They play a how many counter catcher? 2 counter catcher. If they counter catcher up Fez, that's not bad. Ultra Bull in hand really helps, actually. Because it guarantees Hariyama. Cape? Okay. Stretcher for Screamtail, I'm guessing. That's fair. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Need an energy. Ultra Ball away. To make sure I definitely have you. There's another Ultra Ball in there. There's a Stretcher in there. Turo's still in there as well, which is nice. I'm gonna research, I think. It's a rough research. Shit. Forever a universe where I swing. Air Balloon, Max Belt. Don't think I swing. I've only got one monkey, so it doesn't really matter. I should have got the Hairy Hammer, I think, but oh, no, they just Screamtail it. Yeah, they just Screamtail the Fez. I needed to Turo the Fez away earlier. Yeah. And that is the tournament run. So 5 wins, 2 losses. One of those wins was just the last round. There was an extra round out at the end. And I feel like my opponent was probably like, I can't be bothered if I'm not going to make top cut. Well, not so much top cut, but like the prizing in the from 8 and up. 11th place overall. Got some pretty solid wins. Managed to beat, Dragapult was a good matchup. Zoroark was a good matchup. And overall, I'm quite liking the deck. I think it's one that I'm going to probably be looking to play a bit more of. Potentially build it, take it to my locals, see how it fares there, and maybe look at it as one of my options for post-rotation. Because I normally like to have multiple decks built at any one time, so that I can kind of, if I want to really metagame the locals or like a league challenge or a league cup and find out what everyone's playing first, I can then make the call. Or if I just fancy playing something different that week. And I think Lucario is comfortably going to sit into that pile of 4. I'm not sure what the others are going to be. I feel like Dragapult, I've already got Dragapult built, so adjusting that for post-rotation should be pretty decent. And then potentially maybe looking. I've seen a really weird Absol build that I kind of like. So I might give that a shot. I'm not quite sure. And then it just leaves an empty space. I'm not sure where we're gonna go with it. But that was the tournament. I think it went okay. I think I did pretty well, all things considered, especially with 100+ players in it, and I got 11th. I'm gonna take that any day of the week. I'm gonna be trying to participate in more tournaments. My shift pattern does make it so I can't really do exactly one a week. Because my shift pattern just shifts. My shift pattern shifts over time, so I'm not able to consistently do the same tournaments again and again. But I am definitely going to be looking into getting into more online tournaments and putting together some more videos. Because I do feel like I have more free time to do this now again, which is just, honestly, it feels good to be back on the internet. Because I feel like I've kind of been on and off the last year or two, especially with streaming, and I've been, fallen back in love with playing the TCG again a lot lately over the last few months. So I think we're going to be, hopefully, I'm going to be putting up at least maybe 1, maybe 2 videos a week. Not so sure. Might be tournament gameplay, might be just general deck like building. Potentially I might release my Absol guide at some point. Just general how to get into the game maybe for new players. That might be a good thing to put together at some point, although there's probably hundreds of those videos already, so probably not, but we'll see. But all in all, thank you for watching, and if you got this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me down below what you think of the deck, what you thought of some of the other matchups. I think that's about it. So until next time, thank you very much.